Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome live on stage the host of Dazzer's Transfer Show. It's Mr. Donald Johnson. Hello, thank you very much for joining in, and welcome to this stream. It can't have gone offline because stream for Christ's sake, stream resumed. No, the stream's fine. Looks like the stream's fine for me. Now what's going on? No, stream looks fine to me. Give me a sec. Just, why does it say that? Let me refresh it. Yep, we are live. So, good. Apologies about the last one. I had to get to answer an urgent phone call because it had to feature some security questions I had to say about. It was mainly about the United AC Milan tickets for the International Champions Cup, whatever it is. Did you sort the issue? Yes, I sorted it out. Welcome those who have tuned in: David Hoyle, Liam Martin, Vlogger FC, which is Miles. And welcome LUFC Dave. Thank you very much for joining the stream. We'll talk about Leeds signing Helder Costa in a bit. But first of all, we have to introduce our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a Borough and Man City fan as well. Now that one's new to me. I didn't even know he was a Man City fan in the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, from Stockton-on-Tees in Teesside. Wait for the music, mate. It's Danny McArdle. Nice straightforward intro there. Thank you very much for coming on and agreeing to do this, mate. And without further ado, we'll get straight into it. First of all, we have to talk about what it says in the title. Lampard is the new Chelsea FC manager. Officially been announced today as the Blues manager. Frank Lampard leaves Derby County and goes to his former team to take charge of them. It's not going to be easy for him. And I think everyone knows that. He has got a bit of experience. Not as a manager in the Premier League. But he's got experience of being a manager. And he's got experience at Chelsea. He used to play for Chelsea, obviously. He knows the club back to front. No Gianfranco Sola now, because he's gone as well. So it's going to be interesting. Because we started at 7:10, by the way. Because to take two at 7:10. We're going to finish the stream at 7:50. We'll finish the transfers, and then we will do the mystery wheel and finish about 7:55 or 8:00 and see what his final thoughts are, hasn't he? It's a big deal for Chelsea, and by the way, welcome to Astro Drive. By the way, I think he's going to struggle. I think he just needs a lot of chances. He needs a lot of time. I don't want it to be where Chelsea bring in Frank Lampard and then sack him after one season, because I know they've done that before with managers. Sarri was one of them, and I spoke to David Hoyle about it, and I said that he didn't actually have a bad season. No, Sarri could be taken over Juventus with the way things are going, and Lampard comes in. Lampard just needs time, and he's going to be in for a bit of a rough ride. But he knows the club, and I think he'll probably do quite well. And he also is, as David Hoyle says, Chelsea FC legend. Now, Danny, we know Frank Lampard from when he was Derby County manager in the Championship and the brilliant football that Derby County played. Is he likely to play the same type of football at Chelsea?
I think he is, yeah. And I think he's going to bring that over to Chelsea from what he did at Derby, because Derby were one of the most exciting teams to watch last season in the Championship. And I think we got the same in Chelsea. I think he'll match it, yeah.
It's going to be harder for him. It will be hard. It will be. And the transfer ban, yeah, which is still trying to appeal for. The thing with the Premier League is it's harder because it's a lot more complex. It's a much different ball game in the Premier League than it is in the Championship. The Championship is probably the most exciting and toughest league in the world. Well, toughest league to actually get out of the right way, to get promoted from. That's why it's the second division in the English football. They did not sack Sarri. He left for Juventus. Well, I swear he got sacked, but okay. I'll take your word for it, David. Liam Martin's going to talk about the possibility of Bruno Fernandes potentially signing for United. We'll get onto that in a bit. It's a different ball game in the Premier League, so in my opinion, he'll struggle, but I think he'll play the same type of football, and I think teams like United, City, Liverpool, and Spurs and all them going to be in for a bit of a rough ride. I don't think he'll win the league, though, to be honest. I don't think anyone's expecting it, but I mean, it'd be nice for him if he did, but it's going to be interesting to see how he copes in the Premier League. He knows the Premier League back to front because he's played for Chelsea how many years, but he's never been a manager in the Premier League. So I say we'll soon see how he does. I mean, I can't really judge him till I see how he does in his first couple of games. And I think Chelsea fans I know they're over the moon with it, but Chelsea fans can't really judge whether he's going to be any good or not really till like probably halfway through the season or something, then decide if he's good enough. What I don't like is Derby County fans saying this, that and the other about him, saying that it was exciting football, but he did nothing. He got you to the flaming final, so I think Derby fans were a bit disrespectful towards him, although they were saying that he was a bit disrespectful towards him. I don't think he was, but I say that wasn't not my opinion really, it's their opinion, so be it really. But it's a big boost for Chelsea, and I think they needed to bring him back. I don't think he should have left Chelsea in the first place. He's always been a Chelsea legend, and he's going to be in for a rough season. But will he be able to do it? We'll have to see. Now, this one's Danny's main topic. Manchester City. Rodri signed to Manchester City from Atletico Madrid, who in replace have brought in João Felix, who is 113 million. We'll talk about that in a bit. Rodri signed for Man City, 62.5 million deal, and has signed a 5-year contract. He's only 23. Now, obviously, I do watch Man City quite a lot, and I think he would be suitable for Man City. But I think at the same time, I think he's going to struggle. It'll take him some time to actually get used to the Premier League. It'll take him some time to actually fit in. And how do you think he'll do at Man City?
I think he's going to do well. He seems like a Pep Guardiola type of player. I think he'll be the perfect replacement for Fernandinho. Obviously, Umino's brilliant. He's that Spanish type of player, but from what I hear, where he's good at passing. He's a bit like a Sergio Busquets, I've been told. So
he's like Saul Niguez.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, Pep Guardiola plays Spanish, controls the midfield well, holds it well. I think he's going to be a good signing.
I'm saying he plays like Saul Niguez. He was played next to him.
Yeah, he did.
It was a good partnership. Good partnership there.
I can't wait to see the Man City. I'm excited.
So if you were manager and you were going to put Rodri into the starting lineup, what formation would you place with him in the squad, and who would you have him alongside?
If he was going to come in a team, I'd just keep the formation the same, 4-3-3.
Yeah.
I'd just take Fernandinho out and put him in straight away. But it'd be hard to put Fernandinho out because he's been brilliant. But I'd just put him in the CDM role, the 4-3-3 formation.
That's fair. Fair enough.
Just behind the two midfielders, De Bruyne and Silva.
Yeah. Okay. Vlogger FC, Miles has put a good point here. I think they got him in because David Silva said he'll be leaving at the end of next season. And so then Foden can come in as well. Rashford's put Funky's coming in a very difficult time with losing Eden Hazard and the transfer ban. And Chelsea fans must know that because their patience level is very low, he needs time, patience and support. And that's what any manager needs at the club. Jonathan Woodgate as well. Even though he's just brought in bloody Thomas Mejias. Oh. The one goalkeeper I don't think is that great. I know he won the penalty shootout against United, but apart from that, what else has he done? Naffal. Right. So you think it would be a good sign in your eyes, signing Rodri?
100%, yeah. And he's only 23. free as well, so he's still got time to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Still fairly young.
Fair point, fair enough. Next one, this one is for LUFC, Dave. Helder Costa and this Wafa Mujica, is that what you call him, from Barcelona? They've both signed for Leeds. Helder Costa's gone to Leeds from Wolves on loan. In no disrespect to Leeds, I don't think that was the right move for Helder Costa, in my opinion. I think Helder Costa, I think he's good enough in the Premier League. And I think the fact he stepped down back to the Championship is quite questionable. Helder Costa plays for Wolves. They've just finished 7th, and then he goes to Leeds, who are still in the Championship and trying to fight promotion. Unless this is part of Bielsa's road to the Premier League, then yeah, I can understand that. But I can't understand why he went to Leeds instead of staying at Wolverhampton Wanderers or going to another club in the Premier League. I find it quite confusing in my opinion. But I think, apart from that, I think Leeds have got a good deal in him. And he's on loan. I think he'll certainly help Leeds United. He's a very good player. In my eyes, he was one of the best players in the Championship, one of the best players in the Premier League as well this season. So I think they've got a good deal in him. But I'm quite surprised he's gone back to the Championship. In my opinion. Vlog FC's, but the thing is, he probably went there to kickstart his career at Wolves again. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, in the peak, right? I was surprised when Helder Costa went to Leeds. I'm not sure if you were, because he's gone. It means he's dropped down the league. And I think he's good enough for the Prem.
Yeah, I was surprised. I think he's good enough for the Premier League, yeah. But it's a good signing for Leeds. I think that's got to show a massive statement that they want to go next season, automatically, with signing players like him. Because it is a good signing. He'll be the best player in the league or whatever.
To be honest, they were also linked with Gigi Buffon.
I know, that's madness.
But, yeah. Ryan get my teeth in. Ryan Maloney, is that how you pronounce it? He's put, that's a great signing for them and I hate Leeds. Fair enough, mate. All Borough fans, I don't think any Borough fans do. But it is a big statement. And I think
it's a massive statement, yeah.
He was good enough in the Championship, he's good enough in the Premier League. You know, that'll kickstart Leeds' season off completely. And he'll be a pain in the bum to play against.
Well,
oh, yes, I forgot about that. Well, he's gone back to Leeds and then he's gone to Spurs on loan.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Russia draws what? Vlog FC, Silva is not a defensive midfielder, while Wadri is a defensive midfielder. Yeah, Silva's a cam. Wadri is a CDM. The real reason why they signed him is because they have only Fernandinho and unstable Delph. And Fernandinho's getting old. That's why I'm a United fan.
He is getting on, to be honest. I think he's 33 now, which you could say is getting on, but he's still a good player. He's still quality. He's got another 2 seasons in the
Yeah. Fair points. Can you get your comments in the live chat, guys? So we talked a bit about Leeds there with Helder Costa and that guy from Barcelona, who I'll admit I've never heard of. So I can't really say whether that one's a good deal for them. I've never heard of them. Probably the fact that he's come from Barcelona is a good deal, but I've never seen him play. I don't have a clue who the hell he is. And I couldn't even pronounce his name properly either. Next one, Leicester City have signed Jose Perez from what the Borough fans like to call the Geordies. In basic terms, Newcastle United. On a £30 million deal, and he signed a 4-year contract with the 2016 Premier League champions. Is this a good signing for Leicester City?
I think it is, yeah. He's a good player, Perez. He's Newcastle's best player probably last season in a poor Newcastle side, so Leicester obviously better.
A poor Newcastle side that finished 10th.
Yeah, there's still poor, I thought.
No, both games they should be winning now. Fair enough.
Which I think he should do, yeah.
David Hoyle's just put Fernandinho as 34. Well,
He's still good though.
it's still 33, you said, practically. Miles, this is Miles Lack, Vlogger FC's put. It's a good deal. I don't think he's worth 30 million, in my opinion. Probably 20. But still brilliant signing. I mean, how old is he? 20? He's in his 20s.
25,
Let me have a look. I always Perez. I'll admit this is one thing I don't take notice of. Players' ages. Yeah, you're right. 25 years old. Oh my God, he's on the 23rd of July. So that's not long after mine either. Oh God. Oh my God. In case those don't know, my birthday is the 16th of July, which is coming up soon. And there won't be a stream on that day because I'm going to be out in Newcastle and Berwick. I won't be back till about. David Perez is not 27, he's 25. I just checked. And my birthday, the 16th of July, is exactly the same day as Sergio Busquets and Gareth Bale's, in case you guys don't know. 3 days before Miles, I didn't actually realise that. And Mike Loudon's, which I found was actually a day after. Yours is the 26th. Oh, you mean Perez is before us. Anyways. Enough of the birthday topics. Let's carry on. In my opinion, a good signing for Leicester City. And they did struggle this season. Even with Jamie Vardy scoring and stuff. They've struggled this season. And I think Jose Perez will probably kickstart their season off. I think he's a fantastic player. He's got a lot of good quality on him. Is he worth 30 million? I'll say yes, actually.
Maybe 20 actors, but the other person said having 20.
I'd say probably yes for 30. If I was going to say a price range, I would say between 25 and 40 at the most. So I think it's a reasonable amount to pay for someone who's got Premier League quality, who's a very good player for a pretty alright Newcastle team this season, mid-table team, and I think he'll do well at Leicester City. I really do. Great team so far, thank you very much. Rashford Rose put, we're talking about Chelsea, and don't forget United fans will judge Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if Frankie finishes above United next season. And we said Ole needs time. The board ain't going to sack Ole. Tell you that. David's put, Perez is worth 27 million. I still think, between 25 and 40, I think that's like a reasonable amount. Anything higher than I think you're just looking at modern football money, as usual. Next on then, this one's for Liam Out, who was asking about it, and message around all the United fans in chat. Manchester United linked with Bruno Fernandes. Now they've already, excuse me, Fernandes agreed a 100k a week contract with United, but the deal isn't done. I can't find the price bit that we put in for them. If there even was one, I can't even find it. Liam Hanford, why did you say about stream anyway? Liam's put happy birthday for yesterday, David. How old were you yesterday? David's birthday is actually the 3rd of January. Not the 3rd of July. Easy mistake to make. Okay, man. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's going to sign a new deal, says David as well. Vlogger FC's put this will be an interesting one. The thing with Bruno Fernandes, he doesn't have really any Premier League experience, and this is the issue with United. City, on the other hand, don't have this issue. We're signing players who don't have Premier League experience, and that is a downfall half the time. Also talking about United, Dybala for Pogba swap, potentially. Potential swap deal with Dybala going to United and Pogba going to Juventus, to his former club, which would work better for United because Pogba, even though he was top scorer this season, after time he did absolutely trash. He wasn't great. Bruno Fernandes, not sure if you know much about him, plays for Sporting Lisbon. I did mention to you earlier, but he plays for Sporting Lisbon, and He's quite a very, very good individual. He's also part of the Liga NOS team of the season, for those who play FIFA. But he's a very good individual talent, and I think he's quite a young player. I think he's in 23 or something. I think he could, he could be a good signing for United if they get them. Personally, I can't see Dybala leaving. To be honest, neither can I, Miles. So, on there. Rashford's he's worth it. Jose Perez is a great player, and people judging him because he plays for Newcastle, a great move. It is a good move, and I think if Fernandes came to United, I'd happily take that. If Dybala went to United, I think everyone would be dreaming that would happen, but that won't happen. Fernandes has a release clause of 31 million. Well, United can afford it, unless the board don't want to pay that money, which is normally the case. But they've signed 2 players anyway. He has a release clause of 31 million. You can't just pay the release clause, Bruno could sharp up the midfield. He's got quite a lot of squad depth on him. It would help United's squad a lot more, especially the midfield, because we have United could be losing Pogba to Juventus. Whoever's already signed for PSG. Who else is going to go? Ryan Maroney's I've heard Pogba is handing in a transfer request when he comes back to training. Not sure who's told you that or whether you found that on the internet, but I don't know anything about that, mate. As far as I'm concerned. It'd be a good signing for Bruno Fernandes. I'm not sure what your opinion would be, being an opposition fan.
Well, I think it'd be a good sign for Man United. You look at his stats last season in the Portuguese league. I know it's only the Portuguese league, but he had 25 goals, 40 assists when he played 38 games. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's what Man United need, I think, right now. A quality midfielder. Because that's where Man United lack in the centre. So I think it'd be a good sign.
Totally agree. And talking of the Liga NOS, it's on to the big one. Last week, I was having a bit of a rant in last week's show about modern football. And then I did a stream saying, is money ruining modern football? And this was why I did it. João Felix, 19-year-old player from... wait a second. I'll get my teeth in. João Felix is 19 years old, plays for SL Benfica in the Liga NOS. Has officially signed on a 7-year contract at Atletico Madrid, 113 million. That means his transfer is more expensive than Cristiano Ronaldo's. He is 19. That is just staggering, literally. I have no words. I'm absolutely shocked by that. Rashford's put, but does Rodri have Premier League experience? There couldn't be more of what we need than Bruno Fernandes. True. Flog FC's put, you watch, he'll turn into Morata. Highly doubt that would happen, though. Can't be if he's 130 minutes. If I have a look at João Felix's stats. Oh, no, what's happened here? Oh, no. What have I done here? If you go to La Liga, you have to go young, so he's doing a good move, says Miles as well. João Felix. João Felix, here he is. Let's have a look at his stats. If I can find any stats. For Benfica, in the Premier League, which is the Liga NOS, he's played 26 games, scored 15 goals and got 7 assists, which is quite good going. In the Taça da League, I believe that's the cup, he's scored 1 goal in 2 games, didn't score any goals in the Champions League or in the pre-season tournament, scored 3 goals that was in 6 matches in the Europa League. So overall, for Benfica, he's played 26, that's 32, 34, 37. He's played 38 games this season, including the International Champions. Well, if you exclude the International Champions Cup, that's just a pre-season game. He's played 27 matches in the actual season and he's got 7 assists and he has scored 19 goals out of 30 7 games this season. For me, still not worth 113 million, but you know, that's quite good going actually for a lad like him. But I think this links to the topic I did with the is money ruining modern football thing. Is he worth 100? Is he worth 100 million? Looking at those stats.
Looking at those stats, you could say, yes, yeah, no, it's the Portuguese league. I mean, well, obviously I've just spoke about Bruno, but the guy's only 19. He's only played 38 games. It was his professional career. Like, he's only been playing for 1 season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, 100 million is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Everyone. 50, 60 million, I think, would be all right, but it's money these days. It's just modern football. And do you agree that money's ruining modern football?
I totally agree, mate. Yeah, I think it's a joke. I'm totally with you on it.
There you go. So we've even linked it with the last stream. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel, by the way. Thank you very much for tuning in. The show is every week. We should be doing next Thursday as well. I'll see who's actually on that later on. We have another 15 minutes left of transfers. It's gone quite quick, even though we have to do it twice. Just look at the comments here. Oh yeah, I've already read Vlogger FC 1. I think it's a good move, because with the La Liga, you have to be quite young. If you're too old, then you're not going to go there, are you? That money for Joe Felix is ridiculous, says Rashid Javara. Totally agree. David's put that transfer is just bloody daylight robbery. 113. Excuse me. 113 million for a 19-year-old is just staggering for a player that young. He's the most expensive youngster in the world. Just by that one transfer. 19-year-old costing that money and now one of the most expensive players. He's only 19. You don't have the time to adapt if you go old. That is true. Very true, very true. It's staggering. It's just staggering the amount of money that players get paid. I mean, I am going to do a stream on Saturday, by the way, and that is going to be about do players get paid too much? And it will sort of link to the modern day money one. And he's probably going to be the first one I'm going to mention. I know I've mentioned him a few times about this, but you can't get it out of your head. And it's just unthinkable that a young lad like that is 113 million and he's 19. I mean, what the hell?
He's only played 1 season.
Yeah, and I mean, what the hell? Literally. It's so hard to do things. It's so hard to keep streams PG when things like that happen. What's happening here? Hold on, let me just refresh the page. Take 2. Here we go. So we're currently on a few likes. See how many likes we can get to. It'd be massively appreciated. Lads, please do leave a like. That's true. You don't have time to adapt into football if you get too old. I mean, you look at some of the players United have brought in. We brought in old buggers half the time. And look at Rashford. Rashford's like 20 now, something like that. And he's not great, but nowadays he'd probably be worth about 80 million. Wan-Bissaka, he's in the under-21 England squad. Quite good. 55, 60 million. You know, it's just modern day. It's just stupid money these days. Atletico will make a release clause of 400 million for him. What? For him in future. That's why they buy him that ridiculous money. Nah, you can't make a release clause of 400 million, surely. It won't. The release clause won't be that high. Gary Hooper to Wedding. Oh yeah, I heard about that, mate. You said that. That'd be a good signing for you, actually, David. Anyways, off the big topic now. We've got 10 minutes left of this. Rashford will get better, says Slugger FC. Yeah, he will. Just needs a lot more game time. I forgot what I was going to say. Yes. Let's talk about Borough then. All sorts going on in the Borough camp. Borough just get back training. Randolph could be. Rashford was joking, by the way, with that 400 million thing. Training's been going well. Been a lot of positivity going around the team. However, Woodgate is manager, and Randolph could be going to Stoke for 10 mil. Thomas Mejias, one of Borough's old keepers, who was absolutely trash, has returned for 2 seasons. They're mainly the only 2 keepers we have. We brought in new people. We had Woodgate as manager. We got Danny McArdle, who used to be a Borough goalkeeper, I think. We've got Leo back and Robbie Keane. What I want to know, mate, what are your thoughts on Woodgate as manager and the coaching staff that we brought in?
Right. Well, it's a controversial one. He needs to be given time for a start. But the thing is, as you said earlier to me, he hasn't got the experience, and that could be a bad thing because it's his first job. But then again, Lampard was in the same thing with Derby needed well, so you never know. You've got to give him time. He could do well. He's got Robbie Keane with him in Leo. I think there could be decent coaching staff. You've got to give the man time. You've got to see if he signs any players as well, which you hope he does.
I wouldn't be surprised if he don't, to be honest with you. Move this up.
Yeah, it's a funny one. I'd have probably got some more experience, but okay, it is. So we've got to give him a chance, really.
Yeah. Mejias has come back.
It's a weird one, that. I can't get rid of that.
Yeah. Neither can I, to be quite honest with you. Off topic a minute, Vlog FC's just put, what's your predictions for tomorrow's pre-season game? Oh, isn't that the one in Austria?
Yeah, I think it's Saturday.
Oh, who's that against again? I can't remember.
Some Austrian team, I think.
I think it's some second division team. 4-1 or something, I don't know. I don't really do pre-season games as much. I'm doing a few Mask United ones, though, when I get the chance. David's put Varane has a release clause of 439 million. I'm not sure how true that is. They're planning for him. It's possible Varane release clause 439 mil. Come on, you ours, says David Ireland. Miles put UTB. With Woodgate, you have to give him time, and I'll admit, I'll be surprised if we finish in top 10. Be surprised if we finish in top 10 this season. I've heard both fans saying we're going to finish in promotion spots. Ain't going to happen, in my opinion. I'm hoping he proves us wrong, though. But I can't really... I'm saying this now. I can't judge what his game style... I can't really judge his game style and stuff until we actually see what happens. Pre-season will actually tell us something, I think.
I agree with that.
And Robbie Keane, I mean, of all people to bring him in, what an unbelievable signing that was. Yes, your name is still on the wheel, Joao. I mean, what a great signing that was. Robbie Keane. I mean, still, he was as good as a player. And he'll probably still be good. Leo's back. Everyone loves Leo the Borough. Fair to say that. He has a big... He really likes Middlesbrough as well. I know that for a fact because he's so passionate about it. I actually know this, but he's actually travelled down from Brazil to actually watch 1 or 2 games, which is dedication.
So you want someone like that at the club?
Yeah, you do. Danny Coyne is an interesting one. According to Jack McCabe, he was one of our substitute goalkeepers a few years back. And I think Jason Steele.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. 2012, I think.
But I swear to God, our substitute keeper was Jason Lutwiner.
Yeah, he does Blackburn
No,
now.
it's Steely, isn't it? What's Steele does?
Steele does at Brighton, Lutwiner's at Blackburn, I think, yeah. He's a number 2 now.
Right. I mean, there's some interesting backroom stuff that we've got. But I think... some of the players that we brought in, really... Well, we brought in Hackney, that's from the academy team. Not sure what he's going to do. Brought one player from Grimsby who's going into the academy. And we've brought Thomas Mejias back, which is probably the most daft decision I think I've ever heard. I mean, literally, he was trash, unless he's improved. But people are saying that one guy said to me, and I'm not going to reveal his name, but I've lost it with him. He said you clearly haven't watched football. He's so underrated. Well, like anyone's going to watch the Cyprus League.
True.
So no idea what the hell he's on about. But weird sounds. Yeah, the Jonathan Woodgate one was controversial. But I think our backroom staff might actually support him, and we might actually get somewhere maybe. Would you prefer Lonergan? No, he was the 1 or 2 games he played for us in the cup. Awful, apart from the penalties. Literally, easy shot that he parried straight to another player. Bit like Thomas Mejias against Leeds, where Billy Sharp scored the 88th minute goal. And I was at the Leeds game then. It's a stadium I would never go back to. It's just too hostile for me. I feel like Mejias has got better. I watched him in his season highlights. Well, I don't watch the Cyprus League, to be honest. But I can't judge what he's going to be like this time until we've actually seen him. But does this mean the end for Dan Randolph? I hope not. Seriously, hope not. I think that's like the only. We've got about 3 minutes left before the Claxtonville sound. So I think we'll only get through this one left. Buffon. It was linked with both Leeds and Juventus, and is actually having a medical as we speak. He's having a medical at Juventus. After 1 year, he was at Juventus for goodness knows how long, and then he went back. When he's gone back to Juventus after 1 year. I mean, the amount of emotion that would spread around Juventus fans if he went back. Oh my word! He's a club legend. I think be same as Chelsea, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's a legend. He's one of the best goalkeepers ever as well. Like in the city. Very good goalkeeper.
Still think Neuer's better.
Say that, yeah.
Yeah, of course will. But my opinion, it'd be great for Juventus, and I think it's a goalkeeper they need. They have Perrin, who, as I like to call, Harry Potter.
And Chesney as well. Yeah, Wojciech Chesney.
Who is still quite good, actually. Wojciech Chesney's good, yeah. But part of the deal is he becomes second keeper. I think Buffon would get starts back every game over Chesney. I still think it'd be unfair on Chesney, though, because I think Chesney's played a fantastic ball this season for them.
I think he has, yeah.
Well, who knows? Be a good signing for them if they get him back. That's all I'm going to say. The final thing I'm going to say before the klaxon goes is Ian Robin. Ian Robin's announced his retirement from football at the age of 35. Now, I've got his stats up here. He first started his senior career in 2000, joining Groningen, scoring 8 goals in 46 appearances. In 2002, he went to PSV Eindhoven, staying in his home country in the Netherlands, scoring 18 goals in 56 appearances. 2004, he moved to England into the Premier League to Chelsea, and he was there from 2004 to 2007. Scored 15 goals in 67 appearances. So looking at that, he wasn't actually that great. However, you have to remember he was a right mid for most of his career. 2007, he went to Real Madrid for 2 seasons. 2007 to 2009, scored 11 goals in 50 appearances. And then in 2009 to 2019, 10 years at FC Bayern München, the current Deutsche Fußballmeisters und Deutsche Pokalsiegers, scored 99 goals. He was literally 1 goal off 100 in 201 appearances, which overall means he has scored 151 goals in 240 appearances in his football career. I don't have his international stats, unfortunately. I couldn't find them. I'll try and find them at some point. But one of the most successful white mids in the world. He's had over 400 appearances for club. Scored about 140 goals, which isn't bad for a white mid. I think he's had quite a successful career. And Bayern fans, Groningen fans, PSV fans, Real Madrid fans, Chelsea fans, Netherlands fans, they're all going to miss him. He did obviously retire from international football not that long ago. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. He's getting quite old, and I think he's made the right decision to retire. And there goes the klaxon. Good. So that will do for now. But as I'm not really surprised that he retired. I think he was getting old, and he literally had nothing else to do once he left Bayern Munich. So he is a Bayern legend. He's a Netherlands legend, and all sorts of legends. He's been a fantastic player to watch in his entire career, and he will truly be missed. That is the klaxon. So that means we have to end the transfers there. I'll keep hold of this list and see which ones we didn't get through. I think it was mainly the Arsenal ones. So these are the names that are still on the wheel. Westwood Driver United 2, All Round Podcast, DLM 75, and Miles Black. So they're the team people still on the wheel. Let's see who is on next week. It is... Who is it? Miles Lack. Vlogger FC is next week's guest. I can guarantee that everyone will get on this series because literally we've got enough people now for the remaining of the series. So that means Miles will be on next week's show. Hopefully it'll be next Thursday. And as I say, I'll give... Miles, if you're still in the live chat, I'll give you a ring on Instagram in a bit, discuss everything. And then, of course, we'll do that. But that is the end of tonight's stream. Apologies that we had to do it. We had to restart it. We had there was all sorts going on. Let's have a look, see how we are doing on the likes. Currently on 5 likes, which is actually not that bad. More I've had before. So I'm just going to see, can I get rid of that? Ah, there it is. Can I get rid of this one? No, I can't. Never mind. And let's have a look, see if we get any subs. We haven't got any subs, so never mind. That's okay. We'll be live on Saturday. David Hoyle's come up with the Wobbin stats for Holland. Thank you very much for it. Played 96 times for Holland, scoring 37 goals. Not bad. Not a bad record at all. He's a legend and will be missed. So, thank you all very much for tuning in. Danny, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having me on, mate.
And is there any final things you want to say?
I just want to say let's hope Man City with the Premier League next season before we get promoted. That'll be our good season. Happy days. I guess. No, hopefully Man City with the Champions League as well. That's a must. Yeah, then I'll be very happy. But hope we all have a good day, everyone. Cheers for having me on the show. Absolute pleasure.
No problem. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you all who've joined. The Football Channel HD, thanks for tuning in, mate. Unfortunately, we are just ending the stream now. But, of course, if you want to watch it back, please feel free to do so. But from all of you on Dazzer's Football Stand and Dazzer's Transfer Show, for me, Danny, everyone in live chat, and everyone on Dazzer's Transfer Show, it's good night from him, it's good night from me. And we will catch you on Saturday for an interesting live stream. And, of course... Miles, I'll give you a call when I get the chance in a bit. But from all of you on Dazzer's Transfer Show, it's good night and auf Wiedersehen.